let's get our purple going. Because I, for some reason, didn't do that. Purple, we'll need 6, 8. We have 8 of those. We'll make 6 of these. Probably won't have all these working 24/7, so there's no reason to have so many going on at the same time. I will try to have a good amount set up. Wait a second. I'll bring it around this way and add it to this. I was trying to see if there was a way I could add it to that line without having to go around. Purple. It's 4 things. Concrete is right here, so I guess we'll bring that in manually. How much concrete? It's a lot of concrete, right? 20. Let's see how we can make this better. Because I'd like to just have the concrete on its own, if possible. I think it is possible. We'll have to use another belt, but that's a-okay by me. And let's make it across. Go. That'll be concrete. Let's bring them on out. We got one done. Set our power. Again, the reason I'm doing this 4 belt thing or 3 belt thing instead of having 2 belts, because there's 4 products. The reason I'm doing that is because I want concrete to have its own belt, because there's just so many products that we need, or it's 20 is the requirement here, and I thought it'd be better to get that out of the way by having more throughput. So the rest of the things that we'll need. Done it. I did what I was fearing. They're attacking the walls that I just put out there for no reason. And that's led to... How did you get down there? What? I thought you were just attacking from the high ground. Oh, they killed the... Why would you possibly go this way? What made your AI think that this is the best way to go? Is this better? Is this better? There's no passageway through here. All right. Let's hope that keeps them in there. Let's check in our oil. How are we doing? Good. Good. This is absolutely what we want to see. This is number one. All right. Full petroleum. That's great. That's fantastic. And light oil and heavy oil are not empty either, so everything's going exactly how we want it. Let's check on our rocket fuel. We have 3.5k. That's enough for like 5 rockets. So if we find ourselves getting too low on our light oil, all we have to do is cut off some of these guys, and we'll be absolutely fine. Here. So our circuits that we're going to need through this, we can... take through this. That can be the product that gets through there. And then, let's see what else. Need titanium plates and chassis. Let's get that started. Everything, and then we should have this going for once and everything should be good. Oh wow, we've already stored up 1.7k advanced circuits. I like it. I like it a lot. They're in the network, right? Yeah. There we go. Oh no, that's a different thing. There we go. Let's personally fill this up for right now. Stuff out of here. What else did I pick up? These in there. I could just put this in here. Look at all that concrete. Love it. All right. So, yeah, that's good. Very good. Perfect. All right. Put these in this chest here. So our electronic circuits are going to suffer a little bit. That's completely fine. What I'm going to do right now is just take a 10 stacks of it from the chest. So if we need to make something out of electronics, we're not going to to be behind. You know, we'll have them ready for us, even if we're completely out. Oh, this was for... Less power? Power's good. Did we actually... We put down those accumulators, right? Forgot. Oh, we did. Okay. So much inventory. Yeah, robot speed, I don't know. It's like 3? Yeah, we're on 2 currently. I would like to increase that shortly, but as of right now, it's a-okay by me. Belts. For me, I'd like to get more speed if I could, but that's not a priority for me right now because the science is costing me way too much. This is how you get around spaghetti. What side are these guys on? They're on top. Perfect. Exactly as planned. It definitely is quite a bit tight, but you work with what you got. Again, a lot of this stuff, it just came out of necessity, all this nonsense, because I was not prepared for all the things that I was gonna need and when I was gonna need it. Like all this copper stuff, that's through here. I had to bring it all the way from over here because this is where I set up my copper stuff. I thought this was going to be, you know, early game stuff. We don't have to worry about it. It'll be like 10. We barely use 10. It'll be fine. But no, a lot of this high level stuff needs a lot of copper for whatever reason. So we need to throw it through our base somehow. But purple's good. We're good to go here. Now we can finally get our science online. Everything is finally automated. All of the sciences. Wait, what? Oh, it was a wall that got destroyed. I'm gonna put a roboport up there, finally. It's been a while. But we have 2 roboports to use up. We are not getting enough carbon through here. It's a good amount, but it's not as much as I'd like. I'm putting the roboports up here because I want to make sure that these guys get healed up. I supplied them with titanium ammo, so they should last a while. But if they die, then, you know, that's a bit of a problem for me. Won't hit hit the walls. I put this here. Guess that's worthwhile. Surprisingly gets all my turrets too. If I do anything different on the second run, I would do a lot different. I would do a lot different. About wall moving? Yeah, that's a good plan. Move out your perimeter when you can. Killing this guy. Fortunately, they never killed the self. Where do I have enough healing in my base? I would bring out my walls a little bit, but right now I think this perimeter is a little too hard for me to handle otherwise, so I'm not worrying about that. And I figure I already have enough space on it for a little. I love healing. That should be fine. When you have this much to deal with, optimization, although is nice, it's a little, it's a bit of a time sink, and trying to get other stuff done in the meantime. Again, there's a ton I would change, but we just don't have the time for it. I'd be here forever. The one optimization change that we did make was our oil, and that paid off a lot because that gave us all the space to work with, and made this cracking a lot easier to do. If we had kept it the same way that we had it previously, then we would have been in some major trouble. That's why I'm glad that we've fixed that. Okay, so let's check out carbon real quick, because we're making just enough carbon to saturate this plastic, but I want more than that because we're gonna need a lot more for our steel. Also, our copper could use some help. We're not producing enough copper here. I probably want to make a secondary copper here, or I could even just steal one of these. We have so much space to work with. Okay, we'll let our robots do the job for us. Don't accidentally kill something we want. But I know I'm gonna do it. I'm accidentally gonna nick one of these belts, and then I'm gonna be like, down the line, I'm gonna be like, what happened? Why is this not working? The reason I'm doing this is because we're no longer using this. This was for our ore crushing earlier, and we got rid of that. So doing this just so we have a better idea of what we're working with, because over here, this is my main project that I'm procrastinating on right now. I want to get steel up and running, but I don't want to deal with it. So I'm working on other stuff while we do it. Well, Valor, you have 2 hands. Give them both pets. What are you doing? You giving me copper ore? I want to get rid of this copper ore. Silly robots. So we have crushed coal here that we want to get rid of, or that we want to use up, I mean to say. That's going to be one way to increase this. I should put a proper balancer, but whatever. That's not going to fix our problem though, because these were already saturated. These were already going as fast as possible. So that means we're going to need more ore crushing. Easiest way to do that would just be add it to the side here. And we'll add the carbon down this line. So you were saying that your internet's fine with the VPN, right? So it's really just your ISP throttling you for whatever reason during the holidays. Bad that net neutrality thing didn't work out, huh? Ore crusher, where are you? Again, all we need here is ore crushers. These are going to make carbon for us, and the carbon is going to be used for all those things down the line. That's why I need this so badly. We just gotta make sure that we're not using up so much here that our furnaces don't get full. That's highly unlikely, but it is a concern that we should be on the lookout for. Because I mean, we have 3 full lines of crushed coal going through here, and it's more than enough. Alright, there we go. We're gonna make it double-sided here because this is a lot and we don't want this to back up on one side. We'd like it to be as equal as possible. So that basically doubled our carbon output. Hopefully that's going to help us out. Yeah. Yeah, I am using level 1 pulls, is what I meant to say. You are not dumb for doing it, but for me, I don't see the point. Because level 1 pulls are cheap. You know, they only need wood and copper. And level 2 pulls, if you can get it done with level 1 pulls and you're not using the space anyways, might as well just use this. Because the steel that you need for the medium pulls, for me, is usually pretty precious. But I like to use level 1 pulls when I can. I just make a lot of them, and I just don't worry about it. I tend to use level 2, the medium pulls, only for certain things. The main reason I would use it for is steel. I haven't used them here because I didn't have them at the time. But I would use them for this or for things that you need a lot of inserters for. Whereas I know I just did this today. Like here. These get one more tile out, so you can use them for covering these kinds of things. So for me, I just, whatever. Again, it's all preference. If you think you can afford it, feel free. Out of what? How are you out of fuel? What train is this? This is my oil. Oh, okay, never mind. It's my oil train, which I never actually fuel up properly, so that makes sense. Grab a bunch of these and fill it up again. That's a good amount, Lord. Ooh. Haven't died by train yet. Let's not do it yet today. I mean, there are some things to use medium bowls for. Like I said, you do get a bigger electric field to supply things with. So in some niche cases, you can use them. You can only use those. And then the big poles are used for long distances. So everything has its use. That. Oh, actually, I haven't actually automated military science. I want to. I want to. Nah, we're good. That can be my new ABC thing to do. Okay, let's make these solar panels. Because I have nothing else to make at the moment. Soon we'll be making the things for our laser assembly machines. Not sure what we're going to use those for, but the extra speed will be nice. Grab these. We want... No, stop. We want junction boxes. We want advanced circuits. Look at all that power. Dang, oh no, okay. We did. Yeah, look at this. Depots are pretty insane. I would really like a depot-like thing in vanilla. That's maybe like this much. 2/3 of this current screen. I think that would be fine. Just make it a pretty expensive science near the end, and that would be acceptable. Okay, we got our automation 3, so we can make laser turrets. Let's get started on our rocket control. After that, let's do military. And is there anything else that I need? I need to do military. 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 I need It'd be nice to get these, but it's not worth 1500 science. And why can't I just have the passive providers? I can just have multiple requesters. That'll be fine. Get arc turrets. Let's figure out what that's all about. Probably need nuclear fuel after that. Actually, no. Cargo size upgrade and speed upgrade. Yeah. The Adventures of Coyote. I mean, there's more stuff to do. There's a future science or future age past rocket. You can see that needs space science. So that'll need duranium. I think that's an alloy of gold and titanium, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll find out. There's still more to do. We'll check them out. But my main goal here is getting the rocket for sure. Okay, so what are we doing? We need... Oh, tint's gone. That's amusing. After 62 hours in, the four original miners that we had here is finally not enough to supply us our tin. That's how little we've needed tin. And or how great those miners are. So let's set those up. So set those up real quick. Boom. We already have enough for tin, I'm sure. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Tin's gonna need some help soon. Or we just gave it help, I mean to say. And copper definitely needs some work. Hey, so plan is to get more things going. So right now our current thing is that we need to redo our steel setup. I had used the vanilla setup for steel, and that's definitely not how you do it in IR. I had not realized that until just now, or until last stream. So, thanks to Flubbles. So, we need to redo this because our steel isn't. Our steel's looking okay right now, but it wasn't looking good before. Then we're gonna need to figure out how this acid washing goes because our current setup is garbage, and we need to figure out how to get water out of the system or something. And then after we figure that out, we need to copy it down to our iron station over here so we can get more titanium. And that's the extent of as far as I'm thinking right now. Hey. Punkpot's in here. Get to working. We have a lot of solar panels that we can use as backup whenever we run out of power. Right now, we're looking good. So I'm just gonna put these in here and completely forget about them. Please remind me when I'm complaining about us not having power that I have these in here. Because I'm not gonna remember. Those guys ran out of... We need to set up a belt over there. This is the only place that I need to come back to a lot more often. More gravel. Thanks, Glorb. Appreciate it. But I did say to tell me when I'm complaining about it that we don't have enough. Okay, let's... This. Give... These titanium. Of these steel and have these as our buffers. They can beat the tanks that we need. Okay, look, so our fuel isn't going as well anymore. Is that because we're out of light oil? It is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off, and hopefully I'll remember that I did this. So if we ever have a backup of light oil again, we can know why. I am going to pick up some of our tanks just to give myself a better idea of what's going on. Because if I have like 10 of these and they all have like 500, you know, that's not a terrible amount. But if I have this line and they're all at 20 or so, I know that we're pretty much out. Heavy oil's looking good. Petroleum's full. So again, at this point, I don't mind where we're at. I'd rather have us full on petroleum because we're constantly using that, so that's not an issue for us. It's much better to have this full than having this full, which is where we were before. Looks like all this is looking good as well. So I cut some of this. This is not really going to change too much. But what will change a little bit more is probably cutting half of these off. So that's what I'm going to do here. This should not affect our circuits. So we'll keep that going. And with that, our light oil should be a little bit better off. Again, the light oil that we were using went to this fuel, but we have 4.1k fuel now, and we need about 700 fuel per rocket with modules. So, I mean, this is more than enough for 5 rockets, almost 6 even. So I think we're good on rocket fuel. I could probably take that off and I'd still be pretty happy with how much we have. Rocket control units are getting done, which we'll need to automate as well. And then these heavy coils. Heavy coils I still have completely forgotten about. We need to get this set up. So right now it looks like our main issue here is the copper cables that are coming through here. We're not getting enough. We need 32. We need 32 for each heavy coil. And it's on a half belt. And we're also short on copper. So I'm going to once again put off steel in favor of getting more copper going. right now I'm looking at this section right here because this section would be pretty good for another copper area. Because we already have this copper setup, this copper setup. So having another copper setup just to add to this belt would be fine. So I'm looking at this copper foil. Do we need this? This line of copper foil coming in. I'm not sure. Looks like glass is actually our main issue here. I'm gonna take this off for now. I'm gonna extend this and add another glass, which I guess we probably should have done a while ago because I've been eyeing this for a while. And we'll see how this takes off. If we start running out of foil, then obviously we know we'll need it. Which kind of looks like the case. The thing is, I don't think we need this much. Okay, let's figure out this ratio so we can have an idea of what we're looking at here. So right now all of our copper ingots are coming down through here. We have 6 of these. I need 3 copper foils per. I make 2 copper foils for each of these, and this takes 1 second. This takes also 1 second. So I need 1.5 for these for each of these. So I have 6. I have 8 of these. So I need 12 of these if I want to stay in ratio. So 3, 6, 10. So that means I'm super underperforming on the glass because we have more than enough foil otherwise. Unless I did that calculation incorrectly. Yeah, it's two copper foil, and it needs 3. I have 8 of these. I need 8. Half of 8 is 4. That's 12. So in other words, I do need these. Really? Why are we slagging on this now? What's going on? Yay. All right. Several circular belts. I don't know what you mean by circular. You mean like this? This was to get it on the right side of the belt. This was also to get it on the right side of the belt. I'm not sure what else you would be referring to, so if that's not it, let me know. Alright, so we've been stacking up on this. Might as well start using it. That is entirely why we have this chest. So when we're low on this, we can get it back. Where? I'm not sure what you mean, I think. Because I don't... I shouldn't have any belts that just go in a circle. The only ones that I have that go in a circle are these. And these are because these use up the same product that they're getting out. So this is platinum on the belt. And these oil cracking, they require platinum and the light oil in the water, and it spits out platinum when it's done. So it uses this platinum, but it doesn't actually take up, it doesn't consume it. So it puts it out. I put it back on the belt, and then it goes back around and it picks it back up again to use again. The only other thing that I had like that was coal, but I got rid of it. Basically, the only time I would do that is when I have something that needs the product that it's spitting out, or I need to keep moving the belt. If the belt is stationary, and in some cases, like the coal, it would get stuck, and I wouldn't be able to output or something, and that's why I do it like that. Because if it's stuck there, then you can't place things there, and that's why I do it that way. Middle of my frame now. Here? Right here is so I can put these copper on the belt. And on the right side. This whole thing here is just so I can I had this logic controller set up here because it needs the electronic circuits. So I output it on this belt, and then I would add it to this, which it also needs, and then it would go past these guys. If I had made it a one-sided belt, in other words, I made this to go to the left instead of to the right, then these wouldn't be getting all of the chances that it could to pick up these. And that's more or less it. Yeah, I think that's my explanation for why I did this. I think there's better ways to do this probably. One way would be to put these together, have them go to the same side, and then output it this way. And then have the copper cables also add to it. And that would cut down on a little bit of it. So something like this. I could have right here instead. But this suits me fine. So I don't think there are too many cases in vanilla where you need to do this. Okay. Like to see it. I think the main thing I had here was I didn't have any room. I think I had some stuff here maybe. Or something, I don't know. Otherwise I could have just put it here. I don't know. Either way, let's go back to the problem at hand here, which is we need to figure out how to get more copper going. Copper is our main issue. And we might want to use a space for the copper cables to make more copper cables. That could be very helpful. Yeah, no problem. Are you saying I have the proper setup, or I can change it to be a proper setup? I saw your sushi belt stuff, and it's cool, but it's not for me. It requires too much thinking. And I think it can go easily wrong for me. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this, because we need to have the foil preferably nearby, because we need to make sure that we have enough to supply our circuits here. Easiest would be we could bring it to right here, add it here. I could also move this rubber belt line over and bring it through this way and attach it here, because I think I had something here before, but I got rid of it because I don't need it anymore. And that way that we could have more space. I think if I got rid of this belt here, I'd have enough space to make another set of assemblers or something. Actually, I have enough space now. That would make sense, because that's entirely what I used it for earlier. So this way I could put a splitter right here, split it over, output oil, and bring it through, and I could get rid of this. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, sounds good. Bringing the belt of red stuff straight over and looping it up the bottom. Which red stuff? I'm assuming you mean the copper. And what bottom? You mean here? Like, here is definitely, I can definitely fix this by bringing it up here. I don't know why I did the way I did. I think there was something else that required me to do it like that. So that's why I just did it like that. But this achieves the same thing. But I think there was something here that required me to do it like that, otherwise I would have done it like this. Because I've been slowly culling off things that I don't need in lieu of more space to do other things. Like here I got rid of the tin line and the coal line here. And now I can use this for something else. So that sort of thing is going to lead to a lot of other things that make some decisions not make as much sense. At least that's my hope, that was the reason why I did that. Likewise, I could also that. Yeah, I must have had something right here. I don't know what I got rid of, but there's something there. I promise. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do here, because we need to move this this needs to be moved so we can make room for another setup for copper, because we're not short on copper. We have plenty of copper. We just need to make it, and as you can see, our lines are pretty sparse. So I'd like to turn this into a smelting facility, if possible. I kind of want to keep this area as is. I don't want to go into here because this is my main storage area, and it's somewhere I can go to make sure I don't lose anything, like I have several times already. And it's nice to have. But I want to convert this area. I think I'm going to do what I said. And we're going to... Okay, we're going to... First, we'll move this rubber over. Because there's plenty of space here to work with, and I'm not using this for anything else, and I don't plan on using it for anything else. So right now, I'm trying to make space in the area that I can use it in, which would be here. We're gonna move this over. And we're just gonna bring it straight down. Straight down. I was gonna try to bring it through, but that wasn't gonna work. Now we can get rid of this, and now we have more space to work with, which is always a good thing. That sounds like a lot of turbines there, Glorb. Good luck with that. We can move this up one. And then, let's see. Really wish I could get rid of this bronze setup. I mean, I can, but... do? Move this all into here. Don't need bronze rods for anything. I want to clean up this center area. Again, we need the bronze tubes for our green science that we have down here. So we can't get rid of this completely. But that doesn't stop us from trying to fix it a little bit. This wasn't allowing this guy to pick up any copper. I'd love to get rid of this belt. This is my main goal here. I want to get rid of this belt. But we need to have the plates making, and we need to have the tubes making. Trying to figure out how we can do that. We have plenty of tubes once again. So I think... So a play that we can make is we could have these ingots being made. The ingots will be put into a plate maker. The plate maker will be made into tubes, and then tubes can be brought along down this pathway. A little bit more messy, perhaps, in terms of more belts, but it'll clear out this entire area for us. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We are also going to have to possibly move down our setup here, our storage, but that shouldn't be a problem. So let's do that.